Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Bubble Agency's Video Insights into ISE 2025. In this edition, I have with me the incomparable Tim Albright. He is from AV Nation, and he's also a bonafide AVtweep. Hi,
I
Tim.
am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing pretty good, doing pretty good. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime.
Okay, I won't take up too much of your time. I just have a few questions, just trying to get your thoughts and some insight on what you think about ISE 2025.
Well, the fact that it's 2025 is a little frightening me, but that's just beside the point. It's a great show. Here's the thing. Mike Blackman and the team at ISE and Integrating Systems, they've done a remarkable job of the last 20, 25 years of building a really great show. And it's the way that you can tell that is it continues to grow every year, and not just in
Hmm.
the number of um, attendees, which is one of the metrics, but also in the show size. Moving to Barcelona was a gamble. I don't think that I'm speaking out of turn there, but that team has reaped the benefits of moving it to Barcelona, and it continues to grow every year.
Oh, yeah, I've been hearing some of the same things. I've never been to the show myself, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
So tell me, how many ISEs have you been to?
I think that I was doing the math. I think this is my 10th ISE.
Oh,
We
wow.
went for the first time back in 2015, 2014, when it was still in Amsterdam at the Rye.
Okay, okay. Well, that's a pretty good stint for a
It
show
is.
that's
There obviously
continuing
there
to
are folks
grow.
that have been, yeah, there are folks that have been doing it farther longer than we have. But yeah, this is our 10th one.
Okay, okay. Well, that's great. That's great. What challenges and opportunities do you foresee for AV professionals attending the show?
So the challenge is part of the success, and that's the fact that it's a huge show. I mentioned the fact that it grows year over year. I believe that Mr. Blackman has done a couple of interviews where he said that this is the biggest one far as square meters goes, and that size is one of the challenges, and also one of the benefits as well. I mean, um, you're going to have a confluence of pro and residential, UC and IT coming together in Barcelona. So that's the great opportunity to see all of these different aspects of audiovisual being used in really unique ways over the course and the span of several 100,000 meters. Denise, you're muted, ma'am. You're muted.
Oh, well, of course, that's got to be in the video.
It wouldn't be a Zoom
Yeah,
call if somebody didn't mute.
I didn't want my coughing to come through, so I muted. But anyway, so what are the top trends that you anticipate for the show across the different AV divisions?
Yeah, here's the thing. The AI is going to be a huge buzzword, and I'm going to say it's a trend, but it's also a little bit of a danger
Mm.
for people that are going. You're going to have to
Mhm.
parse through the products and the services that are really legitimately using AI and the ones that are using it for marketing hype. And so that's going to take some work. But AI is certainly being leveraged inside the world of AV. And so that absolutely is going to be one of the trends. Another one of the trends, though, is going to be security. It's continuing to be an issue that customers and clients and people that use those on a daily basis are telling both integrators as well as manufacturers, this is a concern for us. You need to build your systems so that they are secure, so we have confidence putting it onto our network.
Yeah, do you think sustainability is an important trend as well, growing in this space?
I think it has become one. I don't
Mm,
see. I think it'll be continued, right? I mean,
mm.
ESG, environmental, good Lord, yeah, being green. How about that? But environmental sustainability and governance is a continued trend. Whether that's Legrand, which is a French company, and they're big in that. Samsung had a part of their stand last year, had an entire wall dedicated to their sustainability efforts. So I don't know that it will be a huge, like, oh my gosh, leap. I think it'll be a continuation of what we've already seen.
Mhm. Yeah, I think you're right on with that. So, as a journalist, as someone that follows the industry, you're very well versed in it. You live and breathe AV. What do you think in terms of like clients of ours that attend the show?
Yeah.
What's the best way for exhibitors to make noise about their news this time around?
Be unique. And I know that
Mm,
that might be trite, but you have to be you have to have something different. You have to have a differentiator. Last year, I'll pick on Epson for a minute, um, and they had a display that was this big umbrella, right, where they were projection mapping. It was something different. Christie Digital. I know I'm using two projection mapping examples, but Christie Digital had projection mapping on art, and it was something different. So you have to differentiate yourself, even inside your segment. So if you sell speakers, great, awesome, groovy. What makes your speaker special? What makes your speaker different? Does it have?
right.
Is it the loudest speaker in the market? Is the most sustainable speaker on the market? But you have to differentiate yourself in some way, shape, or form, and then find two or three folks that are just the biggest fans of your product in the world, and equip them with the ability and the tools to sing your praises, right? To
Mm.
give them the tools they need, whether that's behind the scenes access, or that's an interview, right, with somebody, high up at the company. But allow your folks that are already singing your praises, kind of give them a little bit step up and give them a platform to sing them even more.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Customer testimonials go a long,
Mhm.
long way. So that's a great point. That's a great point. Okay, I think my final question is what is your number one tip for surviving ISE?
I will
I
give you
mean,
two.
as a professional trade show person, I mean, I
Yeah.
know this is like your what, I don't know, 10th or 12th.
Yeah. So I will break it up into two things. People are going to tell you to wear comfortable shoes, do that. Drink a lot of water, do that. Don't stay
Yeah.
out late at night, don't do that.
Hmm.
But it's twofold. First of all, break it up. Do not try to do ISD all in one day. It's a huge show. You can't do it, right? You're gonna skim through the top, right? But the second part of that, though, so don't do it in one day. Break it up, right? And when you break it up, start at the back. And the reason I say that is that first day, that Tuesday, that people are going to open the doors at 10 a.m. Local time in Barcelona, everybody's going to be pushing in. They're going to go to the first two or three halls, and they're going to be packed.
Mm.
If you bypass all those folks, and the FIRA has the coolest transportation, human transportation I've seen at a trade show, because they've got an escalator that goes up above, and they've got this walkway that you can walk up above everybody else, walk all the way back to hall 7 or 8, and start at the back and work your way forward, because then you are eliminating the crowds for the most part, and you're
Hmm.
able to spend time with the vendors, spend time with the exhibitors, and also it gives you the chance to discover some 9 by 9, 9 meter by 9 meter smaller stands that you may not have had
Hmm.
the time if you were trying to do it with everybody else at the front.
Right, right. You know, that is a good point. Now, that's the first I've heard after talking to several people. about the show. That's the first advice I've heard on a tip of surviving. So thank you. That's a good one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, that's all the questions that I have. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, there's a lot of really great publications, Aviation included, that's going to be covering this show. If you're going, follow those folks on social media as well as
Mhm.
Aviation, because again, it's a big show. You might have missed something. If you're not going, certainly lean into the publications that are going, lean into the PR companies that are representing folks there for the news and information that's coming out of Barcelona.
That's great. That's great. Well, thank you, Tim, for your time today. I just want to remind everyone that ISC 2025 is scheduled for February 4 through 7 in Barcelona, 2025, to be exact.
Very
So
well.
thanks again, Tim, for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am.
See you at the show.
Yes, ma'am.